Hey everybody, welcome back. This is Brad over here at Chattanooga Fish-n-Fun. Here at Fish-n-Fun, we sell Ranger boats and Lance campers. We got us a beautiful bluebird sky here to do a video today. Well, a little bit of it anyways. And I'm blue. I'm matching the sky. I got all sorts of blue here. Pants, shoes, even the watch. I mean, look at this. I'm blued up. 50 shades of blue over here. It's kind of like 50 shades of gray, but the clean version. All right, anyways, moving on. So we are going to be videoing Lance's largest truck camper in production at the moment and the newest layout. So they took your 2026 Lance 1172 and now gave you two layout options. There's a standard and then there's an upgraded layout with the electric theater seats. And this is that one. It costs you $1,232 to upgrade it to the theater seating. If you do that, there is no bunk bed option above where the dinette would be in the standard layout. So it deletes that, but then you get those two electric recliners, which I'll show you inside here shortly. This camper comes in weighing at 4,580 pounds dry. So this is a camper that you're going to want to pair with a long bed dually, kind of like that over there. The base price on this starts out at $62,741 with the options and destination charge brings you to a total MSRP of $83,265.25. Now our pricing here at Fish-n-Fun is nowhere close to this. The MSRP, we call that the meaningless suggested retail pricing. You call in, you get the BSRP pricing, which is Brad's suggested retail price. It's a hell of a lot better than this. So I'm gonna take you on inside, show you the ins and outs, see what you think. All right, so when we walk into this bad mamma jamma, first thing you're gonna notice is you got two entry steps right here. That's where your battery box is located. Now they don't come from the factory with batteries unless you do the lithium upgrade, but I don't force people into spending that extra $2,600 if they don't want to, you know what I mean? And through the factory, you get the Go Powers. It's not a heated cell lithium battery. If you do decide, you know, that you want to do that lithium upgrade, we offer Battleborn here, the heated cell lithium batteries. So, you know, lithium won't take a charge under, what, 32 degrees. So with the heated cell lithium battery, they're unaffected by the cold temps. They'll automatically start heating themselves as the temperatures drop. So I'm going to walk over this step here so I don't crush the cords. But as we walk in, this is an entirely new layout. In the standard layout, which is still very popular, you're going to have the dinette in the super slide. You're going to have the bench seating style with a table in the middle that folds down and makes a bed. This does not do that. So I call this more the couple style camper. The other ones are more like a family friendly camper for folks that need maximum sleeping capacity. So in the other one, you could do a bunk bed over your dinette also, but that's not the case in this one since you have the electric theater seating. In the back, where the standard layout would have your couch, this one has the, will y'all be quiet out there? Little cop, little park ranger. All right, so on the standard layout, you would have like a futon style couch in the back right here. They're not electric recliners like this. They're not near as comfortable as this couch is, but you do have like a little futon style couch in the back that'll make into a bed, and it offers more storage underneath it as well. So our half dinette here in the rear slide out, you have these little pull out doors. And to unlock these, all you do is push that button in, wait till it pops out, and then pull. You don't sit here and, you know, push that in and start yanking on it. If you have to yank on something, that's probably not how you open it. This dinette also, you see these little lips right here, little mounts. You take this tabletop, drop it down, lay it on these, then you take the cushions and use it as filler, and you have you a little miniature bed here in the back. I'll show you how to do that here in a second. We've got some nice storage over here to the left. Plenty of space for our Doritos. Plenty of space for a couple cases of beer. And then you're probably looking at this rear window. How do you block out the sunshine and bugs and everything on the windows that do pop out? Look at this. day shade, night shade. So you have two different styles of shade there. This rear window doesn't, you know, pop out like the side ones do, because usually the exhaust is on the rear of the truck, and they don't want you getting any carbon monoxide into the camper, you know what I mean? That's not good. We've got our little light switch here. You can set the mood with this all the way down, get it on, all the way up, brighten it up. Let me go ahead and make this into a bedroom. All right, so that took me all of, 30 seconds to do. So what you have now is about a 5.5 foot by 2 foot bed. Let's see what I look like on it. I'd need me a pillow right here, and I can't stretch my foot all the way. I knew that that was going to be the case because I'm 6'1". But, if you were to bend your knees a little bit on the side, I don't know if you're a side sleeper. I am. But you could make it work. I would say that this would be more if you had like a kid going with you or something. That's definitely not too adult friendly, but I don't think it was made to be. So, all right, next up we have our theater seats. I hooked this up to battery power so I could kick this thing out. Holy crap, this thing's comfortable. They did it right here. How do you work this thing? Oh, there we go. Okay. I got a little button here on the side. I don't have enough juice in my battery box to actually run this out. Oh, here we go. Need to put that thing on the charger. Alright, so this is starting to extend out. There we go, nice and slow. Here we are. Let's see how far this thing goes back. Might want to skip ahead about 10 seconds or so. I'm still going. Well, if this thing goes all the way back here, you could get you a nice nap in on this thing. Oh yeah, get you a pillow. Okay, I think we maxed out. We have. Look at this. I'm almost laid all the way back. I could definitely sleep right here. No need for the bed. Go ahead and retract this thing back. Look how far out my feet are too. Like I'm nearly level here. Yeah, that's great. I like that. Like I said, this is more like the couples camper. If you don't have, a whole group or whole family going with you, multiple kit. But I mean, heck, you could actually still put them on this and put them to bed. Get us a nice little box over here, little cubby hole. I think that this would be a great idea for a cooler. It is cool in there. But if they would enclose this and make some sort of cooler out of this, where you could like turn it on over here, that would be the ultimate game day setup. You'd never have to leave. Then you got your bathroom right over there. Alright, moving on to the kitchen. Let's pull this baby out. There we go. Alright, so you have a little extender for the countertop here since you don't have a whole lot of prep area here. Although you do have the sink covers that help out a little bit with more countertop space. We got us a 3-burner gas stovetop. Got us a nice size oven. The oven's usually where I store my pots and pans. Then we have a all-in-one bake, air fry, convection microwave. Got some goodies up in there. This over here, we got us a key rack, and I don't have no keys on me, so I can't demonstrate this. And then we have our awning controls right underneath. Single dish sink. Good bit of storage space. Put our red Solos in there or use it as a liquor cabinet. I'm not a liquor drinker, but a lot of my viewers are, so just trying to pop some ideas in your head there. Look at that. Good amount of storage. You can put your towels in there, whatever you want to. On my 975, I had a similar setup to this, and I use this bottom one as a little cubby hole for my cleaners. Bathroom cleaner, 30, or not 303, but all-purpose Lysol cleaner. Over here to the left, we have our control center. This is where you check your tank levels. You have a 42-gallon freshwater tank, 35 each on the black and gray water. water pump for pulling from the freshwater tank. Truma panel where you control your AC unit, your tankless on-demand water heater, and your Truma Vario heat furnace. This one comes with a onboard 2500 propane ran Cummins generator. It is within the National Park decimal range. Don't ask me what that is. I don't know. It's not important. I just know that it's within the decimal range. That's what they state. All right, so we got us a couple drawers underneath here. Be a good spot to put your utensils, cooking stuff. Go ahead and turn this fridge off so it doesn't drain my booster box even more. We got us a 5 cubic foot refrigerator. It's got a separate freezer section on it. This is a two-way fridge. So standard, it's going to come with a 12-volt fridge. Those use a lot of juice, man. So I'm going with the upgraded two-way fridge every time. Gas and AC is what you can use on this one. If you're running down the road and don't want to run it on gas, you can still crank the generator if you're pulling into a gas station or something and swap it over to AC. Got us a swivel mount TV here. Faces towards the bedroom. You can face it towards the recliners here, or you can face it towards your dinette in the back. So that thing swivels every which way. We got us a dry bath. There I am. Hello. So dry bath means that you're not showering with the toilet. Both have their pros. This one, separate shower. Let me hop up in there and show you what it looks like in here. Where's that shower? Yeah, there it is. I would take this out if I was going to shower in it. This is like for hanging your little shorts, get them dried out. Got a nice skylight here to open up the headroom. This right here swivels out. That way we got maximum room in here, and this thing ain't going to be sticking to you. Shower head, plenty tall enough for a guy like myself. And then let's try the John here. Oh yeah. Close that door. Door is closed. I have plenty of room in here to move around. I got me a nice prop for my arm over here. Feel like a king. This is the camper for kings and queens right here. Plenty of leg space. I can hit the door with my knee, obviously, but I have plenty of space to do my business. Got your little toilet paper holster right there. Flip that down, there we go. Got a little bit of storage here, and then we can see the back side of our Truma tankless water heater as well. And then that light over there, I have one of the doors open on the outside. Everything's easy to get to. 110 outlets here for our hair dryers, straighteners, whatever you want to plug into here. Charge your phone. Little pull-out drawer. A little bit more storage. This is kind of like a medicine cabinet. Sink. And a little bit of countertop space. All right. Very cool. Bed. Almost forgot to show you the bed. All right, so this is a true queen size mattress. This is 60 by 80 inches. So it is true queen size, just not as thick as your traditional one. I think that these mattresses are fairly comfortable. You know, I have a lot of people that ask me, Brad, how do you make the bed? How difficult is it to make the bed? I have no idea. I don't try. I get me a comforter or a sleeping bag. I throw it up there and I sleep under it. So that's me. I'm sorry. I am zero help on that one. Push that cabinet up. There we go. So these are adjustable. You can bring them up or down as you want to. But it looks like there is 2 shelves in there. You can take them out and maximize more storage. Little pop-up drawer over here. Or door, not door. Oh, one up top. Nice little mirror here so you can check yourself out. See if you need to make any halftime adjustments. Closet. Another pull-up door for storage. Wireless phone charger. 110 outlets. 110 outlets and another spot where you can plug your TV controls into And these 5 holes that you see on the wall, this is for a secondary TV mount. Look at that. I'm pretty sure this is new. I've never noticed this on any of the other 1172s. Another DC outlet, more 110 outlets. So you have 110 outlets everywhere up here. You have 1, 2, 3, none on that side, but like I said, you got 3 different 110 outlets over here. Two DC outlets, and 1, 2, 3, no, those are HDMI right there. 1, 2, okay, 2 USB outlets and 3 HDMIs, and then 2 cables. So very neat. All these windows pop out. I'll show you that too. Let me go over here. Oh, I didn't close that foot all the way in. Check this out. I love these windows because of how usable they are. You can let you in a nice breeze. Look at this. One-handed too. Lock that down right there. And then, like I said, if you want to keep your bugs out, boom. Now, this is not 100% bug proof. Nothing is. Think about how many bugs get in your house. So campers are no different. You know, bugs can get in through just about anything. They're little small guys, you know what I mean? So it's not 100% bug proof. I'm not saying that, but it does help to keep out, you know, a mass of them. And then we can keep out the peeping toms from perving on us while we're changing in here. All right, everybody that's been here before knows the rules. We're going to start on this right side over here, work our way around. I'm going to show you all the ins and outs of the outside. On the Lance campers, we have this nice TPO nose cone. Look how durable that baby is. You could sit around and smack that thing all night long if you wanted to. But it's kind of like your car bumper material wise. It takes abrasions very well. It's not going to spider crack or delaminate over time. It's here to stay. The only thing that may go is them stickers on the front after, you know, 4 or 5 years. We got our dual pane acrylic style windows, and as you see, look how far this pops out. And I had a little bit more range to go too. I was just doing that one-handed with a camera in my hand. Integrated rain runoff channels. You see them gutters up there? Not a whole lot of people do that. Over here on the front, we also have an integrated rain runoff channel for when you're driving in the rain. Rain's going to be coming in under this and over the cab of your truck, so it comes back through here, gets dispersed off to the sides instead of going underneath the camper and your camper sitting in rainwater. This is your proprietary Lance plug that we install here for you. What else? A little secondary way to get the slide out in. Swing out jackets for our fat butts, because we all know that this is required for a long bed fat butt. You know what I mean? This is over 4,000 pounds. Once you put all your stuff in it, you'll be approaching 5,000. So you want to make sure you got enough truck for this. All right, so here we got electric jacks around all 4 corners. There is a manual override if you have battery failure, dead battery, whatever, whatnot. You flip this switch down, get to cranking, or use your Happy Jack Supply drill adapter to drill it up and down. But this does need to be switched off where you don't ruin your motor. Between all 4 of these skinny legs, I get people all the time, Brad, is that enough leg to hold these campers? Hell yeah, it is. It's rated for 11,200 pounds between all 4 of them. This is fridge maintenance right here. Now you're going to notice on this one you don't have the 2 storage doors here because you have the electric theater recliners. So you do sacrifice 2 storage doors here. Underneath, this is the campground side. All your plug-ins and everything's over here. We got our 30 amp connection right there, city water and black water connection. So you can flush the black tank on this model, just like the other Lances. Liquid waste and body waste. Liquid waste is going to be your gray water, which is sink and shower water. Body waste is going to be purely toilet. Always make sure that you got about a third of water in there before you start building a pyramid. Satellite and park connections. Freshwater tank, cold and hot water drains. So freshwater tank, again, that was 42 gallon, and then each of these is 35 gallon a piece. Outdoor shower, you'll have a little cooled up hose with a shower head on it to plug into that. onboard Onan QG 2500 ILP ran generator. Again, this is within the National Park decimal range. Don't know what that is, never cared. It just, that's what they, you know, brag about this generator being, is within the National Park decimal range. It is very quiet, and you don't get a lot of feedback on vibration with this one, which I thought was insanely impressive. All right, so we know that this camper has 2 slide outs, super slide on the rear, big slide out on the back, docking lights, backup camera, slide out awnings, so you don't have to get up there and mop off the pine needles. Underneath the slide out, everything is a heck of a lot easier to do when it's on the truck and the slides are retracted. But you have about a 200-pound rating on this bottom pan, and look how far back that goes. I'd say that's every bit of 2.5 foot back, and about 3.5 foot to, I'd say about 3.5 foot wide. And then you have that little shelf up there. That shelf is removable. Right now it's locked into place, but you have nice storage here on the rear. I did rhyme that time on purpose. Little ladder to get up to the roof, and then you have a little ladder extension that attaches here and goes down. That way you can access the roof with the slide out in. Not a good idea to try to climb over that slide out and get to the roof. I've got stuck up there once in the past, and they left me up there for half an hour and they thought it was hilarious. I, however, did not. Until I was back down, it was kind of funny. All right, so on the campground side, I call this the fun side. This is where everybody's, you know, having fun, making memories, right? So we have our auto awning. It has auto wind sensing, so if it gets too windy, it will roll itself back in. It's supposed to anyways. I never trust electronics to, you know, the maximum, but it's supposed to roll itself back in if it gets too windy, and it has a nice LED light strip at the end as well to light things up at night. 2 30-pound propane tanks. Boss is back. Outdoor speakers so we can rock out to Kiss. If you don't like Kiss, you don't like me. All right, here we go. AC outlets, freshwater tank fill. This is one of the bypasses for the water pump, where you can redirect the water flow to pull in for this tube to winterize. Everything is made real easy. Tankless on-demand water heater. This is the Truma Aqua Go. Works on gas only. And then you have your little plug-in over here to throw in there. Make sure that it doesn't dump out water all over the place. Oh, skipped over something. Well, one thing, hand warmer. If you got that running and it's cold outside, you can warm up your hands, your belly, everything, down your pants. That's actually a vent out for the furnace. And then right here we have our external propane connection, so you can go all hibachi on your Blackstone. All right, I think that's it actually on the outside. Perfect. All right, everybody, well, that was a fun one, wasn't it? I'm gonna go back over here and do the conclusion sitting in this comfortable chair here. But yeah, that was a fun one. I really enjoyed this one. I think that Lance overdid themselves with this layout. And like I said, you can still do the standard layout as well. Doesn't cost any extra to do that one. This one is about a $1,232 upgrade to do this nice electric theater seating. But I think it's well worth it. I really like this. Very comfortable. I can imagine myself just sitting here, you know, watching TV, kick back, cold beer. But yeah, so if you like the video, go ahead and hit the thumbs up button. Lets YouTube know that I might know what I'm talking about. Might be enjoyable to watch, something along that line. If you haven't already, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Join this Fish-n-Fun family. We'd love to have you. And then you can also hit the notification bell and be notified if you wanted to see another video from me for some reason. I don't know why you would, but if you do want to see another video, that'll inform you as soon as I upload it, and then you can go check it out. Continue the support. We love it. Let's see what else. If you have any questions, you can comment below. Little quick overview there. I don't see every comment that comes through for some reason. I get the notifications, but not every single one notifies me. So if you want to get through to me and get a question answered or whatnot, give me a call at 423-892-6272. That's the best way. My email will be in the description below. I hate emailing. I do not like emailing. It takes way too long. We could get, you know, a week's worth of emails done in 5 minutes on the phone. One thing I've come to find out about, you know, buyers, if they only want to email, they're not really buying. You got to call me at some point. So might as well call me right off the rip. Let's go through it. I don't have time to email. You value your time. I value your time. So let's get it done in a phone call. 423-892-6272. What else? I get people from all over, so don't be scared to make the drive if you're from Oregon, or, you know, I get people from New York, Texas, California, where they're made. For some reason they want to come see me. But we get people from all over the country show up here. We got a campground right down the road over here where I ask people to stay. If you're purchasing a camper from me, I go through it and everything. I work everything. But I want you to stay close by before you head back home, because if you have questions, you can stop back by my dealership in the morning where I can run down to Chester Frost with you. And I've done that several times. Go show you how to work something if you didn't quite understand when we were going through the delivery process. So that's always good. You know, sometimes you need a refresher, right? But yeah, Chester Frost Park. Head down there, stay there a couple of days. After you pick up your camper from me, you're going to use this thing to travel anyways, right? So might as well travel to pick it up and buy from somebody that knows what they're selling, right? I use these things, so I know what I'm selling. Let's see. Yeah, I think that pretty much covers it, though. I'm going to try to get more active on the YouTube here. Got some pretty exciting things coming up. I don't want to, you know, blab my mouth about it just yet, but there's some pretty exciting things coming, so stay tuned. Y'all take care, stay safe, stay cool, and I'll see you on the next one.